Step 2, when it comes to forming my design. What I want to do is I want to think about my project as a whole, looking at the entire piece. And what would be a design that's important to me, because it's my artwork, that would look good represented in an entire circle. Maybe it kind of leads into each other, like a wave leads into each other. Maybe there's swirls that lead into each other. Maybe it's a zigzag that just continues and has repetition all the way around. Maybe a flame is important to you and it kind of works it could work in a circle. There's lots of things. But before I draw my design, what I want to do is I want to fold my project in a quarter. Okay? Now, whatever design that I make here, I'm going to repeat on the other quarters, but this is going to help me kind of narrow down what I want my design to look like. I really love the water and traveling, so I like the idea of water going around in a circle. So I'm going to take my pencil and kind of draw the outline of a wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right? Now, I make sure I count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because when I do it on this side, how many am I going to do? 7, exactly, because it's the same. And you're going to need the same design all the way around. Once again, looking at my example, I created a large curve shape and then created one on the inside and then did 2 on the opposite side. So in total, they look kind of like flower leaves, even though that was not intended. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many do I have on this side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what we call symmetry. It's the same on both sides if you were to fold it in half. So I'm going to continue with the rest of my design. To go with the whole water theme, I could create like a picture of a boat because I like working with water. I like the idea of a diagonal line because when you open up a diagonal line, it's going to look like a square or a diamond. And I'm just coming up with this on top of my head. Some parts of your mandala need to be meaningful to you, just like they were meaningful to the people who first created them and working with the universe. And some mandala designs aren't going to be, not everything has to have a meaning, but my waves do and my little sailboats will. Here we go. And here I'm going to draw a sailboat, and it's going to be again on a straight line. There we go. And over here in the corners, I know. Once again, I created even more symmetry and did 2, 2, and 2. All right, so there's my design. What I'm going to do is open it up, and now I'm going to create the same design. Make sure you're counting, make sure it's the same, and you're going to create the same thing on the other side. So if this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, number 4 is in the middle. Let me find the middle. Oh, my middle is about right here. So I can go ahead and draw the middle one. Then I'll draw 3 on each side, and that will equal 7. I can go ahead and line up this line here, creating your symmetry. I'll need to create these V marks that I made, my sailboats, and my horizontal line so that it's the same. Alright, I just created my design on the other side, and I have the same thing on both sides, and if I fold it, it's the same. And that is called symmetry. Even though I put these little circles here, just because I thought that they would look nice, I thought about it, and I have water and a boat, and I love scuba diving. And so what I've decided is these circles here are going to represent the bubbles that a scuba diver would make when they go underwater. And maybe that can influence my design here in the middle. Maybe I could do some seaweed, and I could have a tropical theme. Versus this one, this kind of represents just things that are more important to me. Meaning maybe my faith, and again I have some water, some flames, I worked really hard on some deep details, and maybe that represents how I've worked hard for where I am in life. Different things like that. Alright, now I need to open my design, and here we go. I need to make this same design once again over here. So I'm going to fold it this time going this way, and once again I'm looking for symmetry. So when I draw this line on this side, it'll have symmetry. My V shape. You can kind of eyeball measure it. You can use a ruler if you'd like. Just need to raise your hand and ask for it. But there you go. Keep working on your symmetry for all 4 corners of your mandala. Here we go. I have 3/4 of my circle completed, and so now I just need to finish off my design